So I looked on the internet for pictures of play, and I thought, yeah! And of course, like, yeah! And of course, that's what happens, right? When I looked on the internet for some pictures about play, but I got pages and pages of children. Then, oh, this is no good. It's not really what I want to talk about. So then I thought, well, I'll type in adult play. That was just not suitable at all, so we left it dogs. And until we can embrace our adult sense of play, we are left with children and animals are sort of images of play. It's quite odd for me to be here talking about. I was a therapist, to some extent, and a coach and a trainer, and then I made this strange move into improvisational comedy, which is a form of playing in public. And it's quite odd for me because there's a large part of me that is, if anyone knows me, that is not playful at all. Like, there's a huge chunk of me that worries a lot, likes to control everything, control every single possibility that could happen and make sure that everything's right. I think I felt this being Sunday in church, I thought it might be a good time to get something off my chest, which I actually never told anyone before. I thought this might be a good time. When I was 17, I'll just correct that, when I was 18, I was ready to go to the pub for the first time with my friends. And I was a bit nervous about it because we'd never done it before. I thought, well, this would be cool, this is what people do, this would be brilliant. But I was a bit nervous because I thought, what if there's an awkward silence? It's going to wreck the whole thing. We're getting really stuck, and then it's never going to happen again and be awkward. So I thought, what do I do? So I took out a piece of paper and a pen and I wrote down for half an hour potentially interesting topics to conversation. So I thought, well, if I get short of something to say, then I just put it down in my pocket. Awkward silence. You don't expect them coming out. So, what about French class last week, eh? And as adults, we often try to plan things like this and lose the joy of the moment. Okay. And when I tell people that I do improvisational comedy, adults, one of the first reactions I get, people say, wow, that's great. You know, relate to that. Yeah, that's what I get here more often than anything else. Not that's interesting or anything like that. That's great. Because as adults, we start to worry so much about stuff. We worry about being seen, we worry about getting things right, we worry about following the rules, and it blocks us up so much from enjoying the moment. And essentially what improvisational comedy is, what we practice, is trying to get into that same sense of playfulness we have as children. So we practice things like being present in the moment, because the joy is only going to happen now, it's not going to happen another time, and when you start planning it, that's when you lose it. We practice letting ourselves fail. When you go to an improvised comedy performance, the performers don't know what's going to happen. All they know is that they keep throwing themselves in, just keep chucking in new ideas, and eventually something cool is going to happen. Failing doesn't mean failure. Because others we get so wrapped up in our anxiety. We practice listening to people really closely and allowing ourselves to be changed by that. Because so often when we're trying to make it safe, when someone gives us an idea, what we do is try to evaluate it and decide, do I like that idea or not? Do I agree or not? Put it in a pigeonhole in order to keep ourselves closed down with our original kind of worldview. If I'm in an improvised comedy performance and someone says, hey, greetings, Francois, my long-lost French pen pal, then that's who I am at that moment on, because he's just told me I am. If I say, no, I'm not, I'm a spaceman, we're lost, right? We're stuck. And that was the other thing is that when there's an idea out there, we practice building on what's there. and adding to it. And also trying to relax and have fun in the moment, because that's when the joy happens. There's a nice phrase that I came across that surfers use with this, which is that the best surf on the beach is the one having the most fun. Yeah, that one's fun. And yet we sort of forget that, don't we? So what I'd like to do is give you a chance to have a little practice at improvising yourselves, and just to notice some of the things that come up, and to have some fun on doing it. And the great thing is you can't do it wrong. Although there'll be a big part in your brains that I can see this chap here going, I'm going to do it wrong. Everyone else can do it, I'm going to do it wrong. And it's just interesting noticing all these things that come up. And so we're going to run this in a very organised kind of way, so that we can be nice and efficient with it. What I'd like you to do is, first of all, just to get you practice saying things, on the count of 3, I just want you to shout out your name. 1, 2, 3.
Sophie!
Oh, brilliant! I love it, yeah? Now shout out your favourite colour. 1, 2, 3. And now shout out your favourite flavour of sandwich. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant! There's no one checking whether you said the right thing or not. If you put it wrong, nobody knows. It's cool, huh? And yet we forget about it. So what I'd like to do is, everyone stand up. And I'd like you to say hello to someone who you don't know. Good places to look might be in front of you or behind you. Any comments or anything you want to share? Yeah, you get so into it, right? It becomes important. Even when at the beginning of the time, when we get into it, the meaning that we want, we create, we find it, we build it as we go. Anybody else? Yeah, exactly. You come up with stuff that you'd have never come up with if you sat there and go, right, and now I'm going to come up with a really interesting story. It would have never worked, would it? It's the randomness of the stuff that's coming in that creates things that you would have never expected otherwise. And this is where the magic of improvisation happens, and it's where the magic of play happens, outside of the strict rules and worries and concerns that we carry around as adults. So, a few thoughts for you, really. What can you do to bring some play into your life? So the first thing you can do is give it some importance. It matters. So if you're feeling tired, you might think, I've not been sleeping very much recently. If you're feeling a bit bored and jaded and stuck, what I'd like to do is think, I've not been playing much recently, have I? You can look into your play history, things that you've always loved to do, that have kept you engaged, that have made you flow, that have made you get right into something. And if that's not in your life anymore, how can you bring it back? You can spend time with people who are playful and just bring out that kind of aspect of you. You can create opportunities to play, and you can, where those opportunities are there, you can just choose to bring a playful attitude. The thing that I forgot when I went to meet my friend Carl was that actually people aren't that interested in being clever and smart and perfect and getting everything right and having 50 potentially interesting topics of conversation. What we really care about are those moments of connection, fun and discovery and surprise that we create within each other. And play helps to do that. It helps us remind ourselves of this kind of attitude that people take in science, when we can let go of old ideas, start with new ideas, chuck things out, build on what someone else has given us. It allows us to practice failing and relaxing about things going wrong and not taking everything so seriously. It reminds us, I know. It's all animals, right? It reminds us that we can get to places much more interesting when we do it with other people. We allow them to change us and push us in different directions. And it reminds us that silly reminds us that joy happens now, happens in the moment, right now, not off in the future, or back in the past, but right here and now when we choose to create it. Thanks.